Recording. What's up, everybody? Watching Mike here, back with another video. And today I want to talk about the most important thing that you can do to be successful in business today, but also for your future. Okay. And what that is to invest into yourself. Now, I know that this is cliche, generic, everybody talks about it, but it is important to discuss because it is something that a lot of people just gloss over, and they think that they can skip to the results without doing the work on themselves first. But I'm here to tell you that the further you want to go and the more successful you want to be, it's all dictated by who you become and the version of yourself. What version of yourself is necessary to reach the type of lifestyle or goals or achievements that you want to get to in life. And so, how do you invest in yourself? How do you actually do this? Like, break this down. What are the steps? How do I improve myself? And where do I start? So, number one, the first thing that you can do, which is what you're already doing here today if you're watching this video, is personal development. Like, personal development is key. There is so much information accessible, especially now in today's day and age, where you can literally go all throughout YouTube University, where you are today. You can find all sorts of coaches, mentors. You can read all different types of books, even just going to your local bookstore, your local Barnes and Noble. They have all sorts of sections on business books, personal development, all sorts of stuff that you can use, and you can start to shift your mindset. And that's the biggest thing that shifted my mindset 12 years ago when I was 19 years old and I joined my first business opportunity, which was a network marketing company called Vima. And my friends at the time showed me the plan basically on, hey, if you sell this product, which is energy drinks, a healthy energy drink. So it stood for vitamins, um, energy, mangoes, mangosteen, aloe vera. Man, I don't even remember anymore. It was so long ago. But essentially, it's like a healthy alternative to energy drinks. And so if you buy a case of these every month for like $100, $120, whatever it is, and you have this recurring subscription revenue, and then you go out and get a lot of other people to do it with you, you build big sales teams, big networks, and you build a foundation of a lot of people that really like a product and they want to continue purchasing and consuming the product, then you would basically earn on all that. And so, was it the best business model to join? Absolutely not. But what it did for me, I didn't make, much money. I probably made $2,000 in it, and I probably spent like $800 on the actual drink. So I maybe made a little over $1,000. So like, was it life changing? No. Did it, become this crazy successful wild thing for me? Absolutely not. But what it did, and the most important thing it did, and I forever owe my life to this business and this company, was the culture that it had and the mindset that it allowed me to tap into. Because the first thing they told everyone when they first get started in the business, and basically you're a new distributor, so you're learning the ropes of like, how do I actually go out and build a business? Because up until now, I mean, I had absolutely no clue how to run a business, and I was actually in school for business. I was going to school for business, and in business class, they weren't teaching how to run a business. They're teaching business theory and concepts, which is not practical at all, because what you need to learn is what it's like to actually run a business, to get punched in the face repeatedly, which is more so what it's like. Actually, it's even worse if you run your own full business. But anyways, back to this opportunity. Okay, so they placed in my hand two books when I started. They said, hey, read these two books, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill and Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And so the biggest impact with Think and Grow Rich and Napoleon Hill was that Napoleon had gone and he'd spent time with some of the richest and wealthiest men of all time. And he basically interviewed them, and he took away all the commonalities and he compiled them into this book. And the biggest, common denominator and factor in all of these massively successful empires and these men that built these massive, massive things, huge corporations, huge companies, lots of employees, lots of people that, lots of families that they're feeding, changing things, the entire industrial age, everything, masters of industry. And they they all had common denominator, and it was their habits, it was their mindset, it was the way that they viewed life, because they all understood that you and I, you watching this video, you're human, I'm human, and we are capable of anything. And if another human can do it, and they're already doing it, especially, you can do it. That's proof right there that you can do it, because no one's different than you, better than you, greater than you. We all bleed the same blood. It doesn't matter your background, your ethnicity, your height, you're fat, you're skinny, you're black, you're white, you're Asian, you're gay, you're straight. None of that matters as to who you are and what you can be capable of. What matters is the way that you view yourself, and more importantly, how you view yourself in the world, and how you view your potential and what you can actually accomplish and achieve in the world. Because a lot of people, they put a ceiling on what they can achieve. A long time ago, they inherited beliefs from their parents and other generations, and they inherited this way of thinking, these thoughts that aren't even their own. They've basically passed down from generation to generation of these realistic beliefs of be more realistic, what's more obtainable for you. We identify as a person or a group of people that are associated with a socioeconomical class of people, whether that be low income, poverty, middle class, upper middle class, whatever the class that we identify with, or the group of people that we identify with, we believe that there is a ceiling on our success and our ability to achieve. And it's based strictly off of those beliefs. It's the belief that you can't go further. And if you always believe that this is your cap and that's what you think, well, why would you ever overachieve or go beyond or go above? It all starts in your mindset, in your belief level, in your faith, in your confidence. And what drives all of this is going to be your skill sets. And that's why the most important thing to invest into is you. As cliche as that sounds, as ridiculous as you've heard it 1,000,001 times over, maybe this 1,000,001th time of you hearing it will actually be the one that drills it in here. Okay. Because this is what will change your life. It's all how you think. It's all how you live. This is how people have come from absolutely nothing. They've had everything ripped and taken from them, and they bounce back at the speed of light because they know what they're capable of, and they know that as a human, you are the highest form of creation. We are all like we are like, what is the word I'm thinking of here? It's like all like we are powerful beings, like we are universal, like we are the highest form of creation. We can achieve absolutely anything. So the first thing that these two books did for me was they changed my mindset. So Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill taught me to do what rich people do what they do, say what they say, get what they have every single time. And there's a reason why they achieve success, and it's because they all think the same way, they all do the same things, and they all believe that they can achieve. But they don't just believe it, because manifesting and all the foo-foo like fairy bullshit of like, oh, I'm just gonna wish and think and put my intentions into the universe that I want to be a millionaire and $1,000,000 will drop into my hands magically because I'm manifesting. Bullshit. Okay, that's not how it works. You have to have belief backed by action. Okay, it takes a lot of hard work and discipline, but if you have the belief and you know that pushing yourself to become the best version of yourself is ultimately going to help you achieve at the same exact time, then you'll push yourself to do the necessary things, take the necessary actions. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way with Think and Grow Rich as the mindset, I dove into Rich Dad Poor Dad. And this taught me the power of leverage in businesses and how leveraging systems is how you build wealth, where the average person, okay, it's the first time in 19 years of my life, my first whole 19 years, all through school, no one ever showed me how to make money ever. Not once. Even when I was asking for it, I would ask my teachers, how do I get rich? They couldn't tell me. They don't know, because if they knew, they'd be doing it. You can even be a teacher and get wealthy. I met a teacher that owns hundreds of rental properties, but he loves to teach. It's his passion. But he learned leverage. He learned a scalable business. He learned about real estate investing, and it made him a multi-millionaire. He's a very comfortable retirement. Okay. So, like, leverage is huge, because the average person, so this is what Rich Dad Poor Dad teaches in the cash flow quadrant. It teaches that you basically have 4 ways of making money, and that's it. You are either employed, which means you trade your time for money. You are self-employed, which means you also trade your time for money, or you're on the other side of the quadrant where you're a business owner or an investor, where you have either systems working for you or your money working for you. And that creates leverage, because you only have so many hours in a day. Thus, if you can only generate and produce income and make money by trading time for money, you will never build wealth. It's not possible. Do the math on how much money you can make in a year. You can work. Can you work double the amount of hours? Yes. Can you work triple the amount of hours? Arguably no, unless you're working very little. But I'm talking full-time. Can you work 4 times the amount of a full-time person? No, you cannot, because you don't have enough hours in the day. You would have to freeze time miraculously, do all the work, unfreeze time, and then literally go back, freeze time again, do all the work, and then unfreeze time again. It is not possible, my friends. It is not possible. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, those are the first 2 things that shifted my mindset. It shifted me to thinking differently. Okay. And so from that point forward, all you have to conquer and all you have to know is you just got to keep going, and you have to learn skills, because skills pay the bills. But ultimately, once you learn enough of them, people will pay you, and they'll want to pay you a lot. And so you need to go out and learn. What are the types of skills that you need to learn? Okay. Sales, number one of the greatest skills that you can go out and learn, because why? Because it's a scalable way of making money, and it's uncapped, it's unlimited. So you can go out and make unlimited money. And then from there, if you can go out and create income and you create money, nothing can ever cause you to fall down and bounce back. Every time I've fallen in my entrepreneurial career, which has been multiple times, and that's why I'm teaching, is because I want you to not have to go through the same challenges that I had to go through, because I had to slap my face on the desk about 100 times and get kicked in the nuts about 1,000 times and crawl around on my arms and knees blindfolded all over broken glass. Like, my experience is not a fun one, and it's because I didn't know what I didn't know, and you don't know what you don't know. It's the most things that you don't know, the most enlightened and awoken in people. Like the philosophers would always say, the most intelligent people are those who realize that they don't know what they don't know, and they don't know much at all. Okay, so realizing that you don't know what you don't know, but if you have the skill set of sales, you can always go out and produce income. So you could go out and sell virtually anything, and that's going to create income. And then from there, you can build up. So that's a skill. You can learn different industries. You can learn all different types of stuff. Literally any skill is valuable, and people will typically pay for it if you're good enough. So you want to learn skills. You want to improve your mindset. Okay, what are some of the other things you got to do to work on yourself? You got to get healthy. You've got to get in shape. You got to work out. Why? Because that's going to build discipline. It's going to build healthy habits. You're going to get in shape. You're going to get ripped. Okay, which is going to lead to more energy and more confidence. Man, if you look your best, you feel your best, and you are your best, you learn your skills, man, aren't you already in a much better place than the person who just says, I can't achieve that. That's not realistic for me. This is my cap in my life. This is what my family says is my cap in my life. This is what my family says is their cap in their life. And this is the plan that was predetermined for me before I was even born, which is that I go to school, for a long period of my life. I learned a bunch of bullshit. They cram stuff down my throat. They don't teach you how to critically think. They just teach you to memorize a bunch of stuff that you don't use. So you waste a large portion of your life learning bullshit. And then, man, you get out and it's like a dream come true. You get to work 40 hours a week for 40 years. The next 40 years, and you get to struggle paycheck to paycheck, living scared and in fear and watching the news every single day. And it's more fear, sensationalism, be afraid, stay inside, don't spend your money, keep it in the banks. Like brainwash, 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 brainwash in your fucking face. All right. And then at the very end of that, assuming you even have the capacity or the ability to retire at that point, if inflation hasn't wiped you out by that point, okay, because your money in the bank is losing value, so the money you stash there is literally getting lit on fire, okay, so your money is getting lit on fire, and then you're supposed to try and retire off of 40% of your income. Come on. And then you get to enjoy your very best years of your life when you aren't even in good health because you didn't take care of yourself. You didn't eat healthy. You didn't exercise. You didn't work out. It wasn't worth it. You sat on the couch. You watched Netflix your whole life. You became a couch potato and you ate a lot of potato chips. That's you. It's okay if that's you right now. You can change it. You can switch it. But the longer that you've been going down that path, the more that it's been compounding against you. Okay, because the compound effect works. Regardless, 24 hours a day, it's either working for you or it's working against you. Okay, so if you're doing the right things, you have positive habits, you have a positive mindset, you're doing personal development, you're learning from coaches, you're learning from mentors, you're learning new skill sets every single day, you're drinking water, you're eating healthy, and you're doing all the right things, man, what a great switch from doing the opposite of that. If you had to think, okay, because sometimes flipping it to the negative ulterior is some of the best ways to do this. If you had to think, man, if I wanted to live a shitty ass fucking life and just treat my body like absolute shit, what are the things I would do? Wouldn't work out. Do you work out now? I'd watch a lot of TV and turn into a fucking zombie with a lot of brain rot. Okay? Turn into a zombie with brain rot. I'd eat a lot of processed food. I'd do a lot of drugs. I'd drink a lot. I'd slap my meat to a lot of porn. I'd do all these things that are bad for me, all these vices, all these things that are distractions, and they're gonna numb you and they're gonna cause you to drift through life because you don't take it fucking serious. Because again, a long time ago, you created the motherfucking cat for yourself, and that's bullshit. That's bull fucking shit. You're fucking great. You're the greatest and highest, ultimate form of creation. Whatever your beliefs are, God damn it, you are here. You have one motherfucking life, people, okay? 1 in 400 trillion is the chance that they tell you that you even got here because you were the sperm that outran all the other sperm. You got into the egg, the whole thing worked. You're here on this like floating rock in this forever and continuously expanding at the speed of light universe on this whole cosmic fucking clusterfuck of shit and things. And it's like, Jesus Christ, if you zoom out on your life and how it doesn't matter what you do, like you can maximize this. You are lucky as hell to be here. And no matter how far you fall, how much you embarrass yourself, how much you lose, or how bad you think it is, there's someone who has it worse. Literally a third of the entire world lives in poverty, meaning they don't even know where their next fucking meal is coming from. Nevertheless, there's fresh water to drink, and your ass can go straight to the fridge and get your water filter, pop some chicken nuggets in the microwave, you fucking fat ass. Like, you have it so goddamn easy. You're taking it for granted because you're living in your small little world that you're only seeing this far in front of your face. Take the motherfucking blindfold off, zoom the fuck out, jellyfish out and look at yourself from above the bird's eye view, look down and see, man, this is my life. Holy shit. Like, dude, maximize it, maximize it. And who gives a flying rat's ass what anybody thinks of you? Okay, because you know what? When you die, they're all gonna die too. And after so many generations or time goes by, everyone's going to forget who you are, most likely, unless you do some world changing shit, which is the point. Have an impact, be a fucking goat, do some shit that is dope, help a lot of people, change a lot of lives, and do a lot of good while you're here. And the more good that you do, you're sending that karma train and that universal loop back in your direction. So, man, that's it. All I got to say is keep watching these videos, learning. There's no production value in this, guys. There's no production value. And I'm doing this for a reason and for a purpose. And it's to show you that you don't need all the fancy shit to build a brand or to speak some shit and get your word out there and let people know who the fuck you are and how you get down. You don't need that shit. Okay. You're going to watch my meteoric rise. Okay. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for 12 years. I've been successful. I've made lots of money. I've made mistakes. I've lost lots of money. And I fucking face dove into the ground at 100 miles an hour. Okay. And I got absolutely lit the fuck up trying to do big boy shit and trying to grow a big business. Got backstabbed, people stealing from me, people, just doing a lot of nasty, dirty shit and basically making me the fall guy and, leveraging my skill sets and just doing more than the average person tries to do. I tried to go really big. And if you try to go big, well, you can lose big and you can fail big. And that's the truth. It's the reality. But I've learned what I did wrong and all the mistakes. And since I used my 20s as leverage to fail as fast and as big as I can, I've learned all the lessons where I can take the average person from zero to motherfucking hero really fucking quick. And I can help you avoid all the mouse traps and the hidden pits and the things and the locusts and the bats and like anything that's going to get in your way and fuck you up. I'm here to help be your guide, be your coach, and help you get through. And this is all free, 99. Get it for free. All you got to do is follow me, tap in. So like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if this is providing you any value. And even if it isn't, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to keep putting out content and showing you guys how I get down and how I'm going to do this in the next couple of years, because I've literally done this multiple times over where I've lost everything, ruined my life, and within a couple short years, I'm up, I'm feeling it, I'm killing it, and I'm achieving big things, and I'm winning in business, okay? But I've taken a couple of paths which have not been the right paths. Now I know exactly which way to go and which way to grow. And like I said, it's all about what you know, and you don't know what you don't know. So if you can learn from me and you can circumvent a lot of that shit, well, you're going to be in a much better place. Okay. What is the phrase? They say the smart man learns from his own mistakes, but the wise man learns from the mistakes of others. And the wisest man, yeah, I think that's it. The wisest man learns from the mistakes of others, learns from other people's mistakes. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to check out on this one. I got my point across for this video. Again, this isn't super like studio quality. This is on my damn laptop. And I got a little light here on the side. Like, that's it. Like, I'm showing you guys, you can do this from scratch. You can do this with no resources. You can build a brand. You can be the best. You can be the GOAT. You can be the one in your family which brings it home, and you change everybody's lives for generations. So thank you for joining me. My name is Mike Sancho. I'm an entrepreneur. I have won a lot, lost a lot, and I'm here to teach. I'm here to learn as well, because I can learn just as much from you as you can learn from me. And I'm looking forward to building this community. And thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching this video. I truly appreciate you as a human and you taking the time out of your day, especially if you're watching this far. I love that you're engaged in my content. I love that you're here with me. We're all on this journey together in life as humans. I have nothing to sell you. I'm here to strictly serve you. And that is it. We are going to do this together. Thank you guys.